Hallå, hallå! Det här är Johannes från Avatar. Och du har nöjet att titta på Horns Up Rocks. Skål på det!
The EOne heavy music headquarters with Avatar. Kind of a random place to be sitting in a conference room with a metal band. How are you guys?
It's good. It's exciting to be in, where grown-ups work. So and it's good to be in this city as well, and doing this stuff.
Do you guys still remember your daytime jobs and where were there and some nightmares maybe that came from those jobs?
Well, we still have daytime jobs. And mine has included some wiping up crap from floors and vomit. So, yeah, I'm fairly traumatized.
How about you?
Yeah, I still work pretty much in the office as taking care of the administrative stuff about Avatar, so I'm quite used to being in offices. And
He's the grown-up of the band in that.
Yep, I am. I get nightmares of this, yeah.
But obviously the nightmares are paying off finally. I mean, step by step, you just did a tour with Five Finger Death Punch at Avenged Sevenfold, very successful tour in front of a lot of new fans. How was the reaction of the fans seeing Avatar? Because Avatar is nothing like those two bands, without taking anything away from them, because they're great bands, but you guys are very different than they are.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it was a fairly young audience compared to stuff we've done before, because these bands, Avenged Sevenfold and Five Finger Death Punch, are really, in the now of stuff that is happening, or is going on right now. So it's a younger audience than many times we've gotten the chance to tour with, stuff like Halloween or Obituary, that in their respective genres are legends that's been around and shaped things for stuff. And then you get the average age is a bit higher. But with this, it's a younger, hungrier audience, and, then they are into the new stuff more likely than you will get on other tours. So that helped a lot. And if we are very similar or different to the other bands, I don't know, but we were definitely a huge metal package that felt like genuinely metal, but also genuinely something going on right now. And the audiences responded very well to that.
Any towns in particular that stand out from this recent tour, or any shows?
Lisbon, for instance, and all the whole Mediterranean countries are usually very, very nice to us. And Lisbon was insane. That place was really about to fall apart of their intensity.
Old bullfighting arena. It was really cool place. Looked like in some old movies or anything, Very cool place.
Felt very classy.
Yeah.
It did. Then actually something else that was really cool this time was that England is, if you're from the continents in Europe, usually England is hard. They're usually hard to please and hard to be treated. But this was the first time that it really was amazing, And so therefore, because of the contrast of our past there, the last time we played there, I guess we might have played for about 5 people, and now it was over 10,000 moshing. It becomes mind-blowing.
Well, if you had to pinpoint a few moments or situations of why that's happening, what would they be in the last 2 years?
Well, one thing I guess is that we have become better, and we have it was Black Waltz came out in 2012, and since then we really got our shit together, and everything now musically we outdid ourselves, and everything started to fit in what we're doing artistically, and I feel that people are really responding to that. I mean, I'm still very proud of what we did in the past, but it really has been a coming of age story that still goes on now.
And what are some of the things that you do behind the scenes to make sure that the machine keeps going smoothly?
Sending emails. can promise you it's a lot of emails. And yeah, what is it I'm doing?
The point being, I guess, is that we are a band that likes staying in control, and especially this gentleman right over here is that the necessary evil of a real control freak in the band that you need to have. And through him and through us, I mean, in a team, we are in, I would say, full creative control. There's really no decision is being made up over our heads, and we have made sure to have the ability and will to keep it like that, so that, you know, it would be very easy if you don't keep control to, without noticing, you totally sell out to interests that you don't really agree with. Even though, of course, the fellas in this office are super nice to us, but they are. But it's just, yeah, he gets to do all those emails because we are staying in creative controls, and all the ideas, you know, in the beginning and the end, we are the ones who have to live with every decision being made for the band or about the band. So we need to really have a firm grip on that, you know, and that includes, you know, no one writes music video scripts for us. We sit and work with our guy and in our team, and we spend those 9 hours meetings and for album covers and organizing everything. And as long as it's physical possible to stay in control of that, we're going to do it.
A lot of work, especially because I imagine at the beginning you get offers and you pretty much take as much as you can, but now you get more offers that you have to analyze and say, hey, that works or doesn't work with the schedule, with the band members, like, you know, goals and aspirations. You know, it's different now.
Yeah, well, at least it's starting to be. And that is actually something I guess we also learned a little while ago, is that because we always had this philosophy of it's always great to do something, do whatever, all attention is good intention and whatnot. And now we have learned to stand our ground and say no just as many times as we say yes, and it's really paid off. You know, you sleep better at night, and you get more, you're aiming for quality instead of quantity, and it has suited us very well.
And what's in the future of Avatar right now? I know there's some exciting news that you wanted to talk about, so now's the time, man.
Yeah, now our next album is coming out. It's going to be named Hail the Apocalypse. It's out in the US on May 13th.
You see, the organization guy, you have to ask me.
Like, I just need to see, like, you're like, oh, yeah.
That's what I'm doing always.
And we got a tour announcement to make, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going out with... say it.
Pop Evil and Escape the Fate, yep, in May.
All over the US, and we got Rock on the Range.
Yeah.
We're doing, but that was already official, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when we hope to get some more festivals since we're here anyway. And a music video named Hail the for this title track of the album, Hail the Apocalypse, is out on March 17th.
Yes.
See, I did my homework. I did my homework.
That's this Monday, you know.
It's out in a week.
And now, when we talk about the recording sessions, everything's pretty much already completed for the album?
Everything's done. Finally, mixing and mastering, figure out those stuff has delayed things a little bit. We did actually record it in October last year. We went to Thailand and hung out for a month and did it all live, and had a pleasure of doing an album with, instead of these musicians staring at their feet recording, they look at each other and making just a rhythm section, everything come alive we were totally doing Led Zeppelin in there, and that is, I guess, something that brought the biggest improvement in the sound of Avatar, that we made us our most organic and human album to date.
And I don't think there have been too many bands that have recorded in Thailand.
Well, not as many as here, but I don't know who were there in that studio. It's called Karma Sound Studios.
Yeah, they had Bullet for My Valentine did record last album there, and also I think Jamiroquai. Yeah, Jamiroquai did
genre-wise there, and there was some pop band. It was Placebo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it had been used before and was really top notch everything, and it was isolated Thailand countryside. We wouldn't know where to go even if we did step out of the door. I guess we spent 15 minutes on the beach during that whole on the live take sessions of the recording. It was very focused.
You happy with the results?
Very much indeed. I feel like I guess we all did. We outdid ourselves again, like, because Black Waltz did define what us in a way that our previous albums that we are released in Europe in the past didn't. You know, again, I'm still proud of them and all that, but with Black Waltz we really found our path to walk along, and this has been, now the evolution has kept on going, and it's grown into a totally way stronger beast this time.
And what decision was it to first of all record live and to go to Thailand and record?
Well, the Thailand thing was our producer's suggestion, and it sounded, it's always, you know, it wouldn't. I think there's a time limit for how long a certain environment can feel creative to you. You know, that the paintings on the walls and the magazines in the lobby, they get, you know, it gets boring after a while, no matter how great that place is. And this was something completely different, which just, you know, opens up your mind in a whole different way. And the live recording thing, we decided on the plane over. There was this this documentary that Dave Grohl did about Sun City, a studio that they had recording with Nirvana, and everybody else had been there. And in that one, they talked about doing everything live and the organicness and all that in music, and we just, you know, have this quick thought process of challenge considered and challenge accepted. So it was a last minute thing, you know, just drinking beer on the plane, and so like, fuck, do it live. We did it. Riley, thing, basically.
Hey, that takes a lot of balls. As you said, you guys are pretty much putting everything on the table and, you know, hope for the best. But I think that shows that you guys are ready to go to that next level, especially maturity-wise. You know what I mean? As a band, you know, and it has nothing to do with age. Sometimes people think that certain bands, because they're a certain age, sound like, you know, they have to have certain respect. But I think you get that respect as you move along, you know, and with the decisions you make as a band. And obviously, the decision that you made was like, hey, we're gonna do it this way because we believe in it.
Yeah, exactly. And that is something we've learned over the years, is that, you know, of course you learn stuff from people around you and you do take advice and all that. But in the end of the day, very few people cares and knows in a way that people in the band does when we really put our minds into it. And it is, and you have to go with these things that you believe in the most. That is how you make the good stuff, you know. Otherwise it would be totally half-assed. So we had to do it in ways that inspired us the most, like traveling to Asia and record in a way we had never done, in a place we've never been, just to, you know, put some fire up our asses. And stuff like that's important, that we dare to take those steps.
Now, I've seen that you have a tour coming up in April as well in Europe. Before you come back to... Yeah.
Actually, now in a few days, we're going home to do some England and Wales. And then we will embark on, most of West and South Europe for a little stint there. And check how people are doing since we saw them the last time. So everything is cooking pretty well now.
Which are the places that you as a band have maybe already looked at to potentially perform at, that you kind of all are like, oh, we can't wait to go there?
That we haven't been yet? Well, sorry? Japan, yeah, totally Japan. Actually, China excites me a lot. And now, during these days, was the Soundwave Festival in Australia, and I just follow on Twitter all these guys I know and met or admire or both, and they're just, you know, talk about such an awesome time they're having over there. So I'm a bit jelly about the Australia thing. And then, of course, you know, we hardly even seen half of America. If you talk about the whole thing, you know, there's a whole lot of South and a whole lot of, you know, Mexico and onwards that we haven't even, you know, gotten the chance to look at yet. So we want to conquer the world, basically. So you name it, we want it.
And before we get out here, how important is it to find the balance between, especially when you're doing the live thing? You have a very strong stage presence, very strong show. How important and how hard is it to find the balance between the music and then the performance art aspect of it?
Well, the whole idea, I wouldn't call it a balance issue as much as, you know, that the question here is to make everything simply fit together. That the visuals should reflect the music and that lyrics should reflect the music, and then, you know, and it's a circle where everything feeds off each other. So it's not a balance thing to me, at least, but we just want to make something that fits and that makes it a total package where Avatar is not just a sound, it's a sight, it's a smell, it's a feeling, it's, you know, something for all the senses.